Whippoorwills. What bird cries its name all night long? The male whippoorwill, while perched in a tree, this ghostly night flyer sings out its name, whippoorwill. About 16,000 times between sunset and sunrise. Curiously enough, whippoorwills only call when they are on a perch. They are silent when they fly. People trying to fall asleep at night may get annoyed at the whippoorwill's cries, but farmers never complain. They're happy to have birds catching the insects that eat their growing crops. People often call whippoorwills nightjars or goat-suckers. The name nightjar is for the loud, repeated calls that jar people awake. And goat-sucker comes from the old and incorrect belief that these night birds suck milk from female goats. How do whippoorwills catch insects? By flying with their mouths wide open. Also around their mouths, the whippoorwills have long, curved facial whiskers that help scoop up bugs in the air. Where are whippoorwills during the day? Usually hiding on the forest floor. The whippoorwill's spotted brown feathers blend in with the leaves on the ground. Their excellent camouflage lets them rest safely on the ground from dawn to dusk without being seen. Which night bird can't fly? The kiwi of New Zealand. This bird has useless wings. It has neither good hearing nor good sight to help it hunt. But nostrils at the tip of a very long flexible beak give the kiwi the best sense of smell of all birds. By poking and sniffing in the thick, wet forest floor, the kiwi finds earthworms, insects, and berries to eat. The little hairs around its beak may look strange, but they help the kiwi feel its way in the dark. Are fireflies a kind of fly? No. Fireflies or lightning bugs are small beetles. They fly together after sunset, each one producing a flashing light in its body. The fireflies make the light with certain chemicals in their bodies that mix together. Nothing burns to make the glow, so there is no heat. On a summer night, you could see the fireflies' yellow lights flickering over fields and lawns. By day, the fireflies are well hidden in grass or weeds or hanging motionless on the underside of leaves. Some people collect fireflies in glass jars, but the light the bugs produce is very dim, so don't count on a jar filled with fireflies to light your way. Why do fireflies glow? To attract mates or prey. Each kind of firefly flashes its light off and on in a particular pattern. Since most female fireflies can't fly, they usually perch on the ground, or in the bushes and wait. Sooner or later, a male hovers in the air around the female, flashing a special light signal. If the signal is right, the female flashes back, and the male flies over. Does the firefly's glow also invite enemies? No, most firefly enemies such as birds, frogs, lizards, and spiders have learned that fireflies are best left alone. Fireflies contain a poison that can kill them. What are glowworms? The glowing larvae of some fireflies and their close relatives. In time, most glowworms, which look like tiny worms, develop into adult female fireflies. One kind of glowworm lives in caves, thousands of them grouped together. The light they make is bright enough to read by. Flying squirrels. Do nighttime flying squirrels really fly? No, they glide. Flying squirrels have extra flaps of skin along the sides of their bodies. As the squirrel leaps from a branch, it spreads out its limbs. Wings form, letting the squirrel glide through the air. The squirrel uses its bushy tail as a rudder to steer and keep its balance. Flying squirrels can reach speeds of about 10 miles an hour in the air. Why do flying squirrels glide? To keep safe. By gliding at night from tree to tree, the squirrels stay clear of enemies on the ground, such as snakes and weasels. Flying squirrels also escape attack by keen-sighted birds of prey, which usually hunt in the daytime. But being active at night has its own dangers. Many a squirrel misses a branch or crashes into a tree it doesn't see, and night-feeding owls can easily nab flying squirrels in mid-flight. Where are flying squirrels when it's light outside? Asleep in hollow trees or abandoned woodpecker holes, the flying squirrels rest in nests lined with dry leaves, feathers or fur, and shredded bark. Some flying squirrels live in the forests of Asia, Europe, and North America, where winters can get very cold. These squirrels sleep rolled into a ball, heads covered with their heavy bushy tails. On cold days, entire families may huddle together in a single nest to keep warm.